Just caught this 17-incher. Snapped me off right at the bank, but I grabbed his ass and we got him. Drake's hyped. We're taking this guy home for lunch, dude. Oh, I almost lost him. What is up, guys? Welcome back to a video by Chan Shreds on YouTube. Can you believe it? I actually fucking did it. I actually made a YouTube video. And today we're gonna go on a little adventure. We're going with our friend Ondo. We're gonna go fishing, fly fishing to be exact, at a top secret location. I'm gonna just block the sun a little bit because I cannot see a dang thing. This channel is about to go boom. And the reason why is because it's been needing to for a long time. And I keep ignoring it, but that's over now. So we're gonna start making videos and posting them up. They're not gonna be crazy every time. I might do some crazy edits. I might do some in-depth stuff. But sometimes I might just throw up the camera and just do some raw stuff. Just keep it real with you guys. So today, we're going with our friend Ondo up to the mountains and we're gonna do some fly fishing. Out in nature, just gonna go have a good time. Right now, we're just enjoying a cup of coffee, soaking up some sun, about to get the day started. We got a couple errands to run this morning. Gotta go meet one of our clients, pick up a check, and then we're gonna go fly fishing. So should be a great one. I'm gonna be bringing you guys along just behind the scenes of what it's like in my life running a freelance videographer business at 25 years old. I'm gonna be sharing the insights. I'm gonna be telling you guys what I go through on a daily basis. I'm gonna show you the reality of what it's actually like and show you what all goes into it. So if you guys are ready to learn and ready to embark on this adventure with me, make sure you drop a subscribe and like the video, or maybe don't. I don't give a shit. Don't even subscribe. Just watch it and closet hate, just like a lot of people do nowadays. There's a lot of people out there who watch the stuff but don't support it. Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Maybe they just like watching me win. So there's gonna be lots of that happening on this channel. So if you don't like winning, I suggest you just click away now, because this channel, I'm gonna show you guys the in-depth, top secret information that I was given that I'm going to be sharing with you on how I'm creating the life that I'm living. And I'm not some guru. I'm not some guy trying to sell you a course. I'm not none of that. I'm gonna show you some real stuff. I'm gonna take you behind the scenes and show you the reality of what it's actually like as a 25-year-old entrepreneur running a freelance business and chasing his passions, and honestly just creating the life that I want. The life that allows me to go ride dirt bikes, go fishing on a Tuesday, you know, chill out on my porch and enjoy the sun at 9:30 in the morning, you know, just no big deals. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna keep it real and genuine with you guys. And if this video gives you something, great. If not, all well, maybe the next one will, because I'm gonna keep making these. I'm gonna keep posting them up, and we're gonna bring you guys along on all of the adventures from here on out. There's gonna be some amazing stuff going down. But anyways, I already feel like I'm rambling on. So let's get this day started. Stay tuned for the videos and let's get it. All right, guys, we're pulling up to the fishing spot right now. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. And we're going to fish a stretch of the river that has massive brown trout in it. My biggest brown trout is only 14 inches. And is this the homie right here? Is this him? Is this him right here?
What up, homie?
No way, dude. Crazy seeing you here.
Bro, it's gonna be so lit today.
Bro, we're gonna get a big brown, dude. I was just telling them how my biggest brown's only 14.
14?
14 inches.
Oh, bro, pull up. We're gonna catch like 20 inches.
All right, I'm coming right now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
If the hatch is on,
That's it?
get ready.
Today's
it's
the day?
gonna be like 30 fish day.
Special delivery.
Dude, I love you, bro. Thank you. Oh my God. All right.
Yes, sir. Got one on the house, too. I don't
yeah.
smoke them too often, so I figured to just give it to you.
We're about to cap this off today.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Not an ounce of rust on that thing.
Woo! That's a fishing rig if I've ever seen one.
That's, oh my God, it's a Land Cruiser. Yeah, it's nice and good.
Heck yeah. All right, guys, so we're headed into the spot now. Top secret location. Not so secret. If you know Utah fly fishing, you probably know this spot, but I'm not gonna give it away. Anyways, we are headed in now. We're gonna get the poles rigged up, and there's a good chance that we slay them today, so stay tuned. Let's go. Okay, so we're fishing a new stretch of river that I've never hit before and trying a new method that I've never tried before. So Ondo is gonna hook me up. He's gonna set my pole up for me and kind of show me the ropes. And we're just gonna make a few casts here and see if this first spot can produce some fish. So let's get it.
Nice.
Got it, dude.
Is that a little brown?
Yeah.
What did you get it on? Let's see.
Let's get
Oh
it.
yeah, the little sow. Beautiful.
Guys, so the first spot produced one fish. I caught the only fish of the morning. I think we might have got there a little too late and the fishing was just kind of slow. So on the way home, we decided we're gonna go try one more spot and go see if that can produce something. But honestly, at the end of the day, I caught that one fish and that little fish just made my whole day. So I'm not even mad if I don't catch another one. But the weather was beautiful, the spot was beautiful, the vibes were just all time. It just felt good to just get out of the house, get out in nature and just decompress for a minute, you know? So we're gonna go try one more spot and see if we can make a few casts and catch a couple more fish. So, and then we got a few more things to do later this evening. So we're gonna keep the daily vlog rolling, kind of just bring you guys along for the day. And then tomorrow we're diving into the business stuff. We're gonna be talking about a lot of the stuff that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, like what goes into running my videography business and also the behind the scenes of my posting on my social media and how I make my videos. So if you're interested in seeing that stuff, stay tuned because we got some good info coming your way. Guys, little update. We got to the second spot and I caught one within the first 5 minutes. I wasn't even watching my pole. My dog peed on my other dog, so I had to wash her off. And as I was washing her off, I look over and my freaking line is swimming away. So I pick it up and boom, there was a nice rainbow on there. Got it landed, got it in the net, and we're gonna take him home for lunch. And then Ando had to head home, so it's just me now. And as soon as he left, I just hooked into another nice rainbow. And this one was a toad. Probably would have kept him, but I decided to let him go. And we're gonna try to catch another one. So let's get it, baby. Fishing's good and beautiful day too. We moved spots. We're out here up in the mountains. Look at this. Look at this view. You can't beat it. That's what I'm talking about. Just caught this 17-incher. Snapped me off right at the bank, but I grabbed his ass and we got him. Drake's hyped. We're taking this guy home for lunch, dude. Oh, I almost lost him. All right, you're going in the stringer, dude. All right. Number 5. Beautiful fish. What do you think, Drake? You're a little close, but beautiful fish. Number 5. I think I'm only gonna take 2 for lunch, so this guy can live to see another day. He looks wild though. He's got lots of color, some blue on his belly, beautiful spots. Look at that. It was a beautiful day up there on the mountain. We're back home now. Got a lot of sun today. Freaking got burnt, but it was the nicest day of the year so far. It was absolutely gorgeous and I'm super grateful. So ended up catching the one little brown trout at the first river spot, and then we went to the second spot. I ended up slaying him. Ando was only there for a little bit, but I ended up catching 5, total. I kept 2 and lost 2. I got home and started cleaning them off and realized, dude, I should do a video on how to clean a trout for those of you that don't know. So if you're out in the wild and you need to catch a trout and eat it to survive, you're gonna know how to clean it so you don't get sick and eat the guts or whatever. So I already started one. We got him all sliced up here. The other guy's in the sink there, just chilling. So I'm gonna finish this first one up. I'm gonna try to film what I'm doing for you guys so you can see. And then we're gonna clean up this second one here and get these babies cooked up for dinner. Let's go. All right, step 1. Here's your fish. This is a nice one. It's about 17 inches when I caught them. They shrink a little bit, by the way, after you catch them. So the first thing that you're gonna do is you'll see the little butt right here, a little poop hole right off the end of my finger. So you're gonna take your knife, stick it right in there, ever so gently. Don't slip out and cut yourself. Step 1, you need a sharp knife. Grab our knife sharpener here. Just give her a couple run-throughs. Step 2, I guess, now you got a sharp knife. You're gonna look for the poop hole, which is located right here off the tip of my knife. You wanna stick it in there and just start slicing ever so slightly. And you wanna slice all the way up. You don't wanna go too deep with the blade. You wanna just keep the tip in there and go right in between these 2 fins here. So I'll show you guys here, make the cut nice and easy. Right there, right in between the fins there. Once you get it started, it should go pretty smooth. And again, you don't want to damage the meat, so you're going to try to stay in line with the spine here. We're staying in line with the spine. The meat is on the sides, obviously, so we don't want to stab the meat or cut it up or any of that. So you want to just take that tip and just poke it right inside, just nice and easy, and take it all the way up to the throat. Okay, and you can see the gills are pulled out because I like to do that at the water before I leave them. It's called bleeding the fish. If you actually reach in and pull their gills out, it will bleed them. So that way, I think that it tastes better. My brother's a fishing guide and he recommends bleeding them, so that's what I do. Just so they just taste a little better. But anyways, bring it all the way up to the throat here. And then you'll see where underneath the gills where it connects. See how it went all the way to the top there? And then the next step is you want to bring your fish over, grab your knife. Hopefully you guys can see this well. I'm gonna go up underneath this fin here and go at an angle, and you want to try to get in front of this fin but not cut too much of the meat off, okay? So you want to be very careful. You go up the fin, below the fin, and then you're gonna cut right here, cut that head off. Boom, head is off. Take this, throw it in the garbage. Now, open her up, and you've got a bunch of guts and all this stuff in here. So you want to just grab your garbage can, take this stuff, and you can start back here by the butt and see how that just pulled right out like that. See how I just pulled that and it all came out in one? That's ideal right there. You want it all to come out as much as possible. Just rip it out there. It's tough sometimes, a slippery fish. Throw that in the garbage. Now, you've got this weird spot in the spine that's kind of filled. You can see it's black in there. So what you want to do is you want to take your thumb, poke through that little bubble there, get your fingernail, your thumbnail down into there, and scrape that black stuff out with your thumbnail. You scrape it out. Get all that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna turn the water on for a second. This part, you gotta scrape all of that stuff and completely rinse all that out. So we'll go ahead and do that now. I like to run the water in there, and then as I'm running my thumb through it again, and just kind of scrape it. I like to scrape that stuff out, all the poop and everything, intestines and slime inside the belly there. Get all that stuff out. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this guy. Get that all cleaned off again. Clean the slime off. As you'll see here, there's some bones that are actually stopping you from getting all the black stuff out. So what I like to do is take my knife and just ever so slightly right down the spine, just kind of split those bones in half. Give them a nice cut down the middle, and then you can stick your thumb further down and get the rest of the black stuff out. Just by scraping it, just like that. Scrape all that stuff out. You'll notice the white slime. You want to try to rip as much of that out as you can too. You can't get it all, and that's okay. But if there's a chunk like this, you can kind of just grab that and just rip that off. You want to be careful you don't damage the meat while you're doing this. I like to get all the slime. The trout are really slimy. I guess most fish are really slimy, so I like to wipe all that slime off of them. So that way it's just meat. Go back in, keep scraping. Got a little bit more to go here on the black stuff. Get all that clean and clear. All right, and now after you've successfully cleaned the fish, it'll look something like that. And it's okay if there's just a tiny little bit of black stuff in there still. I mean, you can just work that out a little bit more if you want, but it's not a big deal. Now, everybody likes to do it their own way. This is just the way that I was taught and the way that I like to do it. Everybody else has their own preferred way, especially for different species of fish. Like I know crappie and panfish and bass, you don't really gut them, you just kind of slice the fillets right off of them. But with trout, salmon, all that, you want to clean them out just like that. And this is what you're left with at the end. Once you've done a good job cleaning it, that's what the fish should look like. So the next thing we're going to do, as you can see, there's still these little fins right here. So I'm going to take my knife right along the edge here, and without cutting off too much of the meat, I'm just going to very carefully remove this fin. And when I cut the head, I left this one, so I'm going to do it on this one too. But you want to take your knife right along this seam here. You'll feel the bone from this fin here, and you want to slice that guy off without cutting too much of the meat off. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. And if you made a good cut, your fin will come off just like that. Very little waste. There's only a tiny bit of meat on there, so you're not wasting much of the fish, right? We want to try to preserve as much of the fish as we can. We're gonna do the same thing with this front fin. Usually this one comes off with the head, but it didn't this time. We'll get this guy off. Clean him up a little. As you can see, one fin's been removed and one is still on. We've got this beautiful red meat right here. This is a wild trout, absolutely amazing. So it's gonna taste really good. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, flip it over and get that little fin off there. Just barely on the edge there. So you don't wanna waste the meat, right? And just, give that guy a nice slice. Boom. Okay, there's the other one, the other fin, very little waste. I got a little more of the meat on that one, that's okay. It's all good, it's all gravy, baby. Okay, now we're gonna take this guy, give him one nice, really good rinse here at the end. You don't wanna use hot water, try to keep it cold, because, I mean, that's just my preference. I don't want the meat going bad. I don't think it would, but I try to keep it cold all the way up until it hits the pan. So a good way to, you want to make sure that when the fish comes out of the water, you put it on ice or keep it on a stringer. So one thing to take note of, when you catch the fish, if you're gonna keep fishing, I like to just keep them in the water and keep them alive. And then when I'm ready to leave, I will pull their gills out and let them bleed out in the water. And then you want to get them right on the ice, right on the cooler, and you want to keep them cool and cold all the way up until they hit the pan. So they're going from the cold water, staying in the cold water, and then they go onto the ice in your cooler or in the back of your truck until you get home. And then you want to wash them off with cold water. And if you did it right, you'll end up with this beautiful fish, completely cleaned out and ready to be filleted. Once the fish have been cleaned, you want to do your best to keep them clean and try not to put them back on the slimy cutting board. I don't exactly recommend that. Clean your knife as well. Start with a clean slate. Now that you've got your fish cleaned out, if you've got a campfire, you can totally just throw some seasoning up in there, wrap this guy in tin foil, and cook it exactly like this. And when it's done, you'll know because the meat will fall right off the bone. The skin will just fall right away. So you can cook it whole just like this. That's totally fine. Or you can try and fillet it, which if you're gonna fillet the fish, then I recommend keeping the head on so you can grab the gill plate, and you wanna slide right down the spine there all the way down to the end. It's gonna be pretty hard without the head on, so we'll see if I can do it. You want to stay along the spine and try not to waste too much meat. It's pretty hard. You gotta be good at it. My brother is a professional. I wish you guys could see him doing it. Yep. And you can see how much meat is left on there. It's just because I'm not a freaking good fillet-man. I'm really not good at filleting. But I'm gonna try to save as much of that as I can because that's all really good meat. Even if it doesn't come off in one piece, it's okay. Literally, this is actually really hard. My brother does it so freaking smooth because he's done it a billion trillion times. I haven't done this in over a year, so my fillets came out a little cockeyed, but that's all right. They're still gonna taste good. Now we've got our two different fillets, and you can kind of see, and I know the cuts aren't very good, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you can definitely see the coloration difference. The whiter meat usually means it's a hatchery fish, which means it was actually raised at a farm. And the redder the meat usually means that it's a wild fish. So if you have red meat, that's gonna be a damn good meal. This one turned out pretty good. That ain't too bad. The other one's a little bit questionable. I haven't done it in a long time. It is what it is. I tried to save as much of the meat as I could. You don't want to waste any. You want to be very, very careful when you're doing fillets because that's where you can really screw it up. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is get some hot butter over here on a pan. And then I got the oven set to 350. I got my fillets over here, not looking very cute, but it's meat. It is what it is. Now we're gonna hit these guys with some seasoning. I got some Kinder's wood fire garlic here. We're gonna just give these guys a nice little coat. We got some Kinder's all-purpose. Hit them with that too. Hit them with some lemon pepper, 100%. Always have to with some fish, especially trout and salmon. Always good with lemon pepper. And lemon too, actual lemon. Hit them with some pepper. Maybe a tiny bit of garlic salt. All right, so we've got our pan with our hot butter in it. We've got our oven preheated to 350. So we're gonna prep a pan, and I like to use tin foil over the pan because the skin is gonna stick to it. So when it's done, you can just peel this off and throw it all in the garbage. And it's very easy cleanup. So first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my fillet and set it right down in the pan. Boom. Give it a quick flash sear, just enough to get a nice shell on it. You don't want to cook it for too long. Just really quickly, very briefly. Let's see how we look. Yep. You don't want to cook it too long here in the pan, just a quick sear. Boom. And just gotta get him around. Okay, now we got our wild one. We're gonna go ahead and put these guys down. Just a quick sear in the hot butter, just to get a nice shell on them. I got my heat on 6.5, and that's probably just enough there, literally just a minute on those guys. Boom. Bring him off, and boom. All right, and now that we've done our quick flash sear, get a nice little crust on those guys. Didn't cook them. We're just gonna get the edge just nice and brown, just like that. And then we're gonna take this guy and throw it right in the oven at 350 until further notice. And what I mean by that is you're gonna turn the light on and you're gonna pay attention to it, and you'll know when it's done because it'll start seeping out like some white texture, but also the meat will just fall right off the bone. Now, you don't have to cook trout and salmon for very long. It cooks pretty quickly. It's not like chicken. I would say probably about 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I never do a time frame. I just kind of play it by ear and I keep checking on it until I think it looks done. Usually the top of it that you just seared and gave it that little flash sear, usually the top will look nice and crispy when it's ready to eat. So we're gonna keep those in the oven for now, and then we'll see you guys when they're done. All right, so to complement the trout, we also had to throw in some taters and broccoli, and we'll check on it real quick. Looking nice and golden brown. Almost done, not quite. We're gonna give it a little bit more time. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we're here with the final product. We got our rainbow trout, nice and cooked up. You can see the white seeping out there. That's how you know. And another indication here, that's how you know it's, another indication that you can tell it's done is it'll just peel right off the skin. See that? It just peels right off, and the skin stays there, but the meat comes off. That's how you know she's done, baby. Let's go. All right, we're gonna give it a little taste test here for you guys. See how we did. Grab us a nice little piece here. It'll just peel right off, boom. Oh, the wild one. The wild fish is absolutely insane. Guys, I've got this amazing dinner here. I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'm gonna make this video for y'all and post it up on YouTube. If you enjoyed this catch and cook, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know if you want to see more of these type of videos. But for now, I got a dinner to eat, so I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Good dogs.